Hello, John Dilworth here. We are going to proceed with this scene 37 action. We're just planning out the action of Jim that's coming through, and he's there. He's there. And he's going to pick up Jane. Here's his foot, and like a football. There's one arm, so he's going to grab her here, and then this thing here, right? And that's that leg. And let's see if we can do something foreshortened, something like this, because he's coming through. It's hard to see right now, but don't worry. Yeah, I think that'll work. And then Jane is going to go with him. So he's there. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to roughen these positions of Jim very lightly. And we have this hand here. It's off camera, of course, but it'll act as a guide to what we're doing. And Jim's head is here, and this is his other hand, all the way out there, and his body is off camera. We don't have to worry about the details there. And here's his foot. We know his foot's there, and he's coming in. That's drawing. So that's what we're going to do first, right? And then the next one, he hits the ground just like that. And he's already down. Here's his body. It's a hip, right? So then this leg is coming. We're going to show a little bit of that. And this hand had come around from there. It's going to, we'll see what that's like. And this hand here swings around here. And we'll define that even more. Oops. When we get Jane in there, because Jane will be the one that we need to deal with. And here's this kid, right? And we wanted to see what we could do in terms of kind of a more dynamic position for Jim. And his arms here, he's got her right there. This is that, right? So this is his foot. Power foot is going to kick off that, but that's that. And he's got Jane. All right, so let's just look at this. Let's feel this out, see if it works. So just rough keys for Jim entering. I love this part. Yeah, so that feels good, and I can go on. But what I want to do now is let's go in green. Let's go in green. So here's oh, I got a pain everywhere. Here's Jane. We've got this very strange clay head here, a big Marge effect, So she's doing that. He's going to come behind her. Oops, look at that. That kind of broke. But that's okay. That works. Where's that garbage? Okay, it's over there. So it's not this drawing that's going to get Jane, but this one. No, not that one. This one. So she's there, so bang. So let's say her head goes there, and her body, well, it's got to be here, right? So he grabs her like that. And that's her leg. So let's have her leg go kind of wonky here. Bang, and the other leg. And this is her hand, right? And we can get the claws. Let's do the base. Boom. And her hair was going like that, so not yet, right? So we'll deal with this hair. I just want to sort of block it out. Boom. So that's all I think it is. It's just one drawing. We go from this clay head with this extreme position, and the next thing you see Jim coming in from the right, and he's got her, right? And that's all we need to break her out of this thing because it happens so fast. Yeah. Oi! Maybe we could just, yeah. And then she'll be surprised, of course, with these evil eyes. All her fun has been interrupted. Her expression would be something like that, right? I mean, what's up? I'm having fun here. What are you doing? So now we just adjust this. And he's got her here. So you see how this is starting to work out for us. We get one action first, and he will be looking up at her and not very happy. Things are not going well for them. Not going well. But luckily Jim is all in. He knows this is a bad spot for them both. And that's his gorgeous hair. Her arm will be cutting right through, right on the top of him. Just like that, which is kind of cool that I like it that way. So we're just going to get basically, that's his body shape, and we have her body shape. And I could see this, and if it was your drawing, it would be easy to break down and understand what's happening because it's your drawing. Somehow we're given that power to know what we're drawing, but nobody else. It would be really, really tough. You have to be trained in this nonsense. So her other foot's back here. And he's got her. This is a hand. That hand has got to be, let's say, that must be here because he's sweeping around to grab her. I have the foot back here. That's okay. I'll clean that up. And that's that arm and that arm and the sleeve. And this one's back here grabbing her. And I'm going to put that cutting across his chin. Yeah, so now we could find her other leg, which will be, let's say, it bends. How do we get to see her foot? Maybe it's back there. Yeah, why not? Boom! Boom! Like a tackle, huh? All right, so now that we have that, let's do this. Let's see how this plays out. So she's going to be in here. And this leg, maybe we can get her leg up like this to No, I want it to be contrast that. So let's get her foot here. And the other one could be here in some kind of strange perspective. And he's got her, and we'll have her. Where's his head? That's his head. Where's her head? Her head would have to be here, right? And she's still, maybe she's getting it here. It happens very fast. And we could have her arm and the claws. And I'm roughing these out because really I know what I'm doing, and I'm just looking for where shapes are in the action. So there it is. I think it's coming along nicely. And Jim is raised, now he's looking forward. Oh, but he'll be behind her, right? And you won't be able to see him. So, let's say her hair is now going this way. So we don't want to cover Jim up. And we don't want to cover her hand. So let's move all this noise. Right? Because we have to consider the entire frame of action. So let's move her hand down here. Right? And that's even better. Look at that. So Jim, let's move Jim's. So he's underneath her arm. I think Jim maybe should be here. And his eyes will be here. And maybe his nose, and he's not happy. This is still good. This is still good. That's absolutely good. We don't worry about that because we will really get into that. So there's Jim now. He's looking at her. Here's his side of his head. There it is. Do we want to move her arm to give Jim some... He's the star too, so maybe we just do that. Yeah, why not? And we get rid of this green thing. Well, maybe that green thing is a little too hard to do, but we can get the nose. We can get his nose and his eyes. And that's better. You see how we adjusted that? It looks all right to me. So, I just see he comes in, she's screaming. Maybe there'll be... It's really fast. We could put it in between here to here. We can put one in there, and then he grabs her. Right? Now let's see what happens after that. After that, they're going to be gone, baby, gone. Really fast shot. And so he's going to push off here, right? So we know he's pushing off. Here's his body. And this leg can even go even more sexy right past camera. And that's his hip, so he's got the push off. And I'm just playing with perspective here. And his head is going to be down in here. And Jane, let's just put Jane in. We know that she's right here being hustled out. And her leg could be there, and her other leg could be behind his leg, but we see it here. And that's exciting. You see the composition, you get it all happening here. And her head, let's keep her head here. Let's in the frame. Right? And this is so easy is that we left her hand. That's her hand. Let's angle that a little bit. No straight lines. That's kind of boring. So maybe the last thing we see of her is that talon. Huh? I like it. And then we get to see Jim's face too here. And he's doing what every lover needs to do. Is get his girl out of harm's way before she does harm. And then this last thing is the big, right? So here's his foot from here, right? He's got to kick that off. Yeah. And then what? She's out. Well, that's how fast it goes, right? And then here's the hand, the claw. Here's the claw. It's so exciting to do this. We're going to have to animate faster if we're going to, yeah. Well, there it is, right? And then they're out. So what was that? We'll put that one in between in. But otherwise, I think, what is this, 6 drawings? Maybe 4, 5, right? So let's say we do, the old charts. I love these old charts. It's just, we'll put it in between this and that. But she's still growling. So what do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6. So half a second. Brum, brum, brum. It's super fast. Half a second. Let's check the sheets. I think this is C, D. Let's just check let me see. C, D, that's 5. Let me see what happens. C is the hustle out. So it's right here. And that's 5, 10. Whoa! Baby, that's it. 5, 10, 11, 12. It's about 12 frames. So I think we did intuitively right. And then this part here is for Julius Jaws. He gets about the same time. So what is C? C, that's B. That's B. B is she's going bananas. And then this kid comes in here. Congratulations, we did it. I think we did it intuitively too. So, you know what happens? You stay animated.